Vanakkam, how are you? Welcome back. I don't know whether you are going to listen to my voice or the nature that is going to be joining us all through this practice. I'm Bala from Auroville, Pondicherry, India, and welcome for yet another asana practice with me. We begin the session by bringing our hands in prayer position in front of our heart, setting an intention for the practice. And we begin the session by chanting one Om, inhaling. Om. Bringing your hands to the third eye, the seat of intuition between your eyebrows. Bringing the hands to the level of our heart. Start rubbing your palms to create some nice warmth. And we keep it on our closed eyelids for 4, 3, 2, and 1. How are you? Welcome. As you can see, this is almost 5:30 in evening in India that I'm recording this video. It's the beginning of the summer season, so I'm going to sweat. That is part of the practice, and my intention is also to make you sweat. Okay, so have a towel. You can grab some water if you need, and I'll see you in the mat in a moment. Beautiful. Welcome back. We are going to begin by doing eye yoga with usage of modern gadgets like the way that you're looking at me. We need some love for our eye, and we do this by looking to the right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and left. Closing our eyes, rubbing our palms to create some nice warmth. And we keep our hands on our closed eyelids for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the hands, looking up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more up, last down. Closing your eyes, rubbing your palms, and keeping it on your closed eyelids for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing your hands. You're going to look to the right up, moving to the left down, right up, left down, right up, left down, right up, left down, right up, left down. One more right up, left down. Closing your eyes, rubbing your palms, creating some nice warmth. And we keep it on your closed eyelids for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the hands, and the opposite. Left up, right down, left up, right down, left up, right down, left up, and right down. One more left up and right down. Closing your eyes, rubbing your palms to create some nice warmth, and bringing our hands for 4.
And we begin our hands in interlocking position, and we rotate our wrist from our strong hand to our weak hand, and our weak hand to strong hand, making a wave from the strong hand to the weak hand and the weak hand to the strong hand. To open our arms, wrist, shoulder, and we are going to go for sitting cat, opening your back, opening your scapula, trying to bring the hands behind your ears. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin comes down and hand comes.
Then one more sitting cow, sitting cat. Try to bring the hands behind your ears. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin comes down and hand comes down. From here, we are going to go into all 4. Hip on top of your knee, shoulder on top of your wrist. Inhaling cat. Exhaling camel. Exhale. Inhale. It's a beautiful spine work. mobility of your spine develops a lot using this pose for 3, 2, and 1. Preparing ourselves for tiger pose. Right leg back. You can see that my elbows are straight. We are going to do this 5 to 7 times. My knee is trying to come to meet my forehead. And once you have done, we are going to change the leg to the other side. You're always welcome to go for 5 to 10 rounds. You can see how my spine is making this beautiful wave movement, and also it works on my psoas and my glutes. And once you have done, bringing the knee down, but we are going to send the same right leg back, drop your heels and press your heel away from you. With the Mula Bandha, you are basically opening your Achilles tendon and calf muscles. I invite you to do this pose every day, really every day, and we are going to change the side because of usage of shoes. I'm sure that you would have heard this 10 times, 100 times in my videos, but when something good needs to be done, doesn't mind, keep repeating it. Try bringing the hands back, few more rounds of cat and camel. And from here, I'm going into child pose. Press my hips back. From child pose, I slide my hands back to come to sit in Vajrasana. From Vajrasana, I'm going to send my leg out to work on my core muscles by lifting my right foot up, left up, right, this 10 times. This helps a beautiful compression core strength. And from here, you can see I moved my fingers to the level of my knee, and I'm trying to work on my core even more. Try to keep the spine as straight as possible, whatever is your availability. I go a bit more deeper, and you can see that my core strength or the leg movements has dropped considerably. From here, I drop myself into Paschimottanasana, sitting forward bend. From sitting forward bend, I slide my hands. I bring my hands 30 centimeters to the back. I lift my hips up. You can see my knee is on top of my ankle and shoulder on top of my wrist for tabletop. From tabletop, I drop my hips down. And from here, I prepare myself for going into Navasana to work on my core. You can see I try to keep my spine as straight as possible, and I'm holding my thigh under my knee. Bend my knees, hugging yourself. We go for the second round. You can either keep holding your hands under your thigh or release the hands to the side of your leg for 5, 4, 3, 2. Left shin in front, bend your knees, hug yourself, and we go for the other round. Here you can either do as you did for the first 2 rounds, one of those two, or you can keep your hands, legs straight. You can see my spine is as straight as possible. And from here, I go into all 4 to work on my cat and camel. One more time. Inhale cat, exhale camel, inhale cat, exhale camel, inhale, exhale. Now I'm going to tuck my toes, lift my knee up to go for the first downward dog of this practice. You're welcome to walk your dog if you have to, if you have a tight hamstring, if you're doing this pose at the end of the day. From here, you can see I'm shifting my weight, shoulder on top of my wrist, heel on top of my toes, my glutes lower than my shoulder for this plank pose. We are going to hold the plank for a minute. At any point, if it's difficult, drop the knees. Otherwise, stay in plank. Inhale and exhale as long and deep as possible, my friend. That is the real pranayama. Holding as much as possible. Nothing is right, nothing is wrong. You are working for your own sake, not for the sake of to prove somebody else. So keep staying in the plank pose. We are almost towards the end of this 1 minute. If you can stay for plank for 1 to 5 minutes per day, it does wonder. And then we are going to drop our knee, chest and chin, Ashta Anga Namaskaram, sliding yourself into a cobra. My elbows are pointing back. As you can see, my toes are tucked out. I tuck my back toe, lift my hips up, downward facing dog. This is a pose. This video I planted it at the end of the evening, so my body is warm up. Now you can go for lifting the right leg, bringing it to the right knee, left knee, one more right knee, and we hold it there for 5, 4, and then we change for the other side. The most important is bringing the shoulder on top of your wrist and then going meeting opposite elbows. If this is not available, you are welcome to drop both the legs down, knee, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. From cobra, we move into a sphinx pose. Elbow on mat. My head is going forward and up, creating a beautiful lower back stretch for 3. And from here, I prepare myself for the side elbow plank. My elbow and my bottom leg heel is in line, and then my shoulder to shoulder in line. I keep my hips as high as possible. Again, I'm planning to do this for 30 seconds. If you have to drop one of the leg down, you go for that and change the side. And then drop the vision, come down into full forearm plank. You can see my hips are below my shoulder. Anytime you can drop one knee down if you have to, otherwise dropping your knee, preparing ourselves for sphinx pose to stretch our quadratus, to stretch our lower back and to stretch our core muscles. From here, first drop the elbow, drop the upper body, and we go for downward facing dog. I came through a dolphin push-up, but if it's not possible, just meet in downward facing dog for 3, 2, and 1. Sending the right leg between your hands, coming up, bringing the opposite elbow or armpit to the outside edge of the front foot, and give yourself a beautiful massage at the internal organs, elbow to elbow in line. And from here, unwinding yourself, tuck the back toe, lift the knee up, knee, chest, chin, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go for the other side. I can bring my armpit to the outside of my knee. If that is not available for you, go for the elbow. And from here, bring the hands back. Right knee comes to your right elbow for 5, 3, 2, 1. Left knee goes to your left elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And from here, bring the shoulders on top of your wrist. Send the left leg forward. Warrior 1. From Warrior 1, opening ourselves to Warrior 2. From Warrior 2, extended side angle. And from extended side angle, we are going to grab a watermelon of our choice for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. arm comes down, and you can see I'm bringing the hands forward. I'm squaring both the legs. So basically, or both the legs are parallel to the short edges of the mat, and you are in Prasarita Parashvakonasana, extended leg forward stretch. From here, I move into warrior two one more time. Hand comes down, leg goes back, vinyasa of our own choice. Left leg goes up. From here, warrior two, extended side angle, and I go grab my watermelon of my choice. And from here, I release the pose, vinyasa, downward facing dog. Looking between your thumbs, jump, walk, fly to the head of the mat. Exhale, head down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Samastitihi. I'm going to grab my right wrist using my left hand, and I stretch the right obliques. Center, left obliques, center, and then I go for a Gomukhasana hand to open our pectorals and chest muscles. Change of hand. This goes a bit faster. And from here, I bring my hands for eagle hands. My right, whatever leg hand is down, that hand stays down. And the opposite hand, opposite leg goes for this beautiful balancing pose of eagle pose, unwinding ourselves, and we reverse the hand, reverse the leg. You can see on this side I'm not able to bind my foot, so don't worry if you're not able to bind your foot. You are perfectly normal. Coming to the head of the mat. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale. Inhale, right leg back, drop your knee, coming up. Bring the hands to the side of your front leg, push your hips back. Beautiful hamstring stretch for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push the hips forward, sending the leg back into a plank. And then I drop both the hands to the inner thigh, and I go forward and back, and I go for Ashwa Sanchalasana twist, and then I drop the hips to open my IT band. I go for lizard stretch. You can see I'm keeping my back knee off the mat. If that is not possible, drop the knee down. That is perfectly fine. And we drop the back knee, push my heel away, knee away, and I go for the other side through a vinyasa. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale head up, jump back, and then I'm going to straighten the other leg, bringing the palms to both sides, straighten the other leg. There has been some issues in the editing, so you can see that maybe I'm doing the same leg, but you are doing the opposite leg. Tuck your back toe, lift your knee up, bringing the hands to the inside, and we trying to open the legs, open the hips. First we go for the Ashwa Sanchalasana twist, drop the foot down, and we go for lizard stretch on the opposite side. So don't worry about the camera, about the video. Do the correct side. You should have done both the sides by this time. Bend, drop your back knee. Now we want to open our hips by pushing the hips back. And here, now I'm taking you to another video to do the closing circle, because the video that I did it was corrupted. So we are going to go for Artha Machendrasana twist on the one side. Sending the vision far back, and we are going to go for Ardha Machendrasana twist on the other side. We are doing everything for 5 to 7 breaths. Coming out. You are going to go for fire log pose. Stack your ankles and knee on top of each other and exhale, flex forward. Inhale, head up, walk your fingers back, change your inhale, exhale. It's a beautiful outer hip opening. And from here, I stretch my leg out, preparing. I drop my both the knees to one side, opening my hip one last time. And from here, I straighten my right leg, I bend my right leg, and I go for a beautiful stretch. The other foot in anatomical neutral position. And from here, I bend this leg, going for Marichi Asana A. You can see I'm bringing my armpit so that I'm in a position to flex forward. You cannot bring bone on bone. Remember this small information. And from here, I go for easy Ardha Machendrasana or modified Marichi Asana. Coming out, and I go for Tiriyan Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. If this is too much, you can always come out for Janushirasasana. So Tiriyan Mukha needs a very nice mobility on your knee joint. So be mindful if you have any issues on your knee. Try to avoid this pose. Go for Janushirasasana. It's a beautiful forward bend. From here, we will come back to Tiriyan Mukha one more time, but we finish with the other side first. You can see my Tiriyan Mukha is still the same. I open my other leg for preparing myself. And then I go for Marichasana A on the other side. From Marichasana, I go for modified Ardha Machendrasana or Marichasana C. Again, both are modified. I really like this simple pose as a beautiful twist actually. And from here, I unwind myself, sending the vision first, and then I go for Tiriyan Mukha. You know that you can always modify this for Janushirasasana or just Paschimottanasana will do the job. Tiriyan Mukha obviously works on different parts like our knee, a beautiful quad stretch, but for that you need to have a healthy knee to begin with. And from here, I bend the other leg. First, I stretch this leg out, leg up. And from here, I bend this leg. I go to grab the toes and I go for modified Bharadvajasana. Normally, Bharadvajasana, the other leg is not in Tiriyan Mukha. It's normally in Padmasana actually. And then obviously we have to go for the other side because we didn't do it on the other side. First Tiriyan Mukha, and then I bend this leg, stretch it for quite a bit, and then I bend that leg at the level of my knee, and I send the same side hand to grab my big toe, and the opposite hand goes to the outside of my knee to go for Tiriyan Mukha Bharadvajasana. Unwinding yourself. Be mindful when you take the knee under. If this pose is not difficult, it's difficult, sorry, just go for Janushirasana, but If this is possible, we go for Virasanas, sleeping pose. This is a very strong practice. Be mindful with your knee. If this is not possible, just stretch the legs out into Paschimottanasana leg and lay down. I really love this pose. I don't do this many often, but whenever I do, I really love this pose. From here, I gently, using my elbow, I come out. I unwind myself, lie down on my back, preparing for wheel pose. If wheel pose is not available for you, go for Sedubandhasana, bridge pose. From wheel pose, I am trying to gently unwind myself, bend my knees, hug myself, or I go for figure 4 stretch or reverse Kapotasana, Raya Kapotasana. If you have done on the one side, a minute or two in this pose, you can do this in the bed, reverse the side, and we go for the other side. From here, lifting both the legs up, coming into all four, preparing some beautiful cat camel, dolphin push-ups. If you can do dolphin push-ups to increase the strength of your shoulder, go for 5 to 7. If you have headstand in your practice, we are going to go for our headstand from here. But if headstand is not in your practice, don't worry too much about it. You can do 10-15 dolphin push-ups. This gives a beautiful strengthening of your shoulders, my friends. And from here, we drop my knee, preparing myself for my headstand. If headstand is not possible, you stay what is good for you. Take time in correcting of headstands. Always have a spotter and stay in headstand for as long as needed and possible. You're welcome to pause the video if it is needed. And from here, I can bend my leg into half headstand. This really works on your core, your glutes, your hamstring, and gently come down if that is available and possible for us. Into child pose before we start our cooling down, my friends. Remember, yoga is a practice for yourself. 30 minutes of investment now can save hell lot of time in the future. Preparing ourselves for shoulder stand. Do 8 to 10 counts of shoulder stand. From shoulder stand, go for halasana. From here, my inversions are always mostly the same. I go from here to unsupported candle. You can see that my unsupported candle is like a noodle at the level up. I wanted to show you that I'm just a human being and I'm practicing as we speak. And from here, I go for a modified fish pose. From here, I go for warrior sleeping pose. A warrior sleeping pose, I go for a twist on both the sides. From here, we go to happy child. From happy child, lie down on your back, my friends, and go for Shavasana, the asana of letting go. And I let the nature sound to take over from here, my friends. Stay as long as needed. See you at the end of this video. Please subscribe, share, and take care of your physical health. Now, gently wriggling your toes, bringing your hands, interlocking your fingers, give yourself a beautiful stretch and come to a sitting position for a final meditation. Again, I let the nature to take over. Beautiful, my friends. Bringing the hands in prayer position in front of your heart. Thank yourself. Bringing the hands to the third eye and prepare yourself for a beautiful day ahead. Thank you for joining us and see you in one more video. Bye bye. Subscribe and share. Namaste.